Hey there, Nick Wolfhard here of The Last Kids on Earth, and you're watching Celeb Secrets.
Hey guys, it's Nona with Celeb Secrets, and I am here with Nick Wolfhard, who plays Jack Sullivan in the brand new Netflix series, The Last Kids on Earth. It sounds really cool,
It is really cool.
and we all can't wait for it to launch in September. How excited are you for this series?
I'm very excited because I heard that this is like such a huge series that kids love to read, and the fact that we have this chance to, really bring it to life with such like a huge budget with such amazing animation behind it is amazing.
Sounds really cool. Tell us about the story and your character, Jack.
So there's a big dimensional rift that basically got opened in our town, and everyone's either turned into zombies or creatures, and there's lots of monsters around. So Jack is kind of, like he's this gung-ho kid that he never really had this family, or any family. So like he was a foster child, and then eventually, he was just moving around from time to time. So this apocalypse is actually one of the best things that's ever happened to him, just because there's finally, some excitement in his life, and he thinks that, maybe he'll be able to build up a family of his own by, the remaining kids left, Dirk, Quint, and June. And, there's some drama along the way, lots of action. Of course, the main focus is comedy, and it's really funny. But yeah, it's kind of like the whole package.
Sounds really cool, and it's based on the book series. I don't know, were you familiar with it before signing on and being part of the cast?
Well, it's a New York Times bestseller, but no, actually, I originally wasn't, but I only found out after I actually did the initial, auditions that I found out what it was. Although, I know that this is kind of like the modern day Captain Underpants and like the modern day Diary of a Wimpy Kid, and this is kind of like what, because I loved reading those books as a kid. During silent reading, every class, I'd fight with my friend in order to get the last Captain Underpants. So the fact that, this is kind of the modern day kind of equivalent of that, and is just, it's just such an honor to be a part of.
Yeah, it's so cool anytime they turn the book into a movie because you kind of see it come to life. So people are really excited for that.
Especially like how faithful they adapt, the artwork, and the covers kind of look like a graphic novel, but it's not. It's actually, a regular novel, and so you can really kind of bring it to life while also taking some liberties for the film adaptation or the TV adaptation.
Another thing that's really cool about it is it's got an all-star cast.
Yep.
Have you ever worked with anybody that's on the show prior to it?
Well, actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Even though I've never actually been in the same booth with him, me and Mark Hamill have actually been in another animated indie movie together. It's called Howard Lovecraft and the Kingdom of Madness, I believe. And we were both in it together. So it's really funny that even just a couple months later after it's released, we both, get cast in this.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Now, your character, Jack, you were telling us a little bit about him. How close is he to you, to Nick? Are there similarities or more differences, you'd say?
He's definitely as hyperactive as I am in terms of being excited for the apocalypse. I would personally be having a panic attack. But I relate to him because, especially, kids around his age or maybe a little older, they're going through like a time maybe where, they don't have many friends, and they're kind of, I was very introverted. So the fact that, Jack is trying his hardest to kind of, make more friends around, that time frame makes me kind of wish I was kind of a little bit more like Jack. I kind of got out there more. So I hope it, kind of teaches kids to, get out there, make some friends, and, you're only a kid for so long, right? You got to make some of the best experiences you can.
Totally. It seems like it's a really great message, and it'll be a lot of fun for a lot of people. We are Celeb Secrets. Are there any secrets that you could tell us about this series that maybe other people may not have known about yet?
Well, I believe, yes, there is one secret that I learned about. This series, I believe, is using a new kind of shading technology, which is basically, it's kind of like 2D animation's equivalent to lighting in a shot. And the shading is a new kind of tech that's never been used in a kid's cartoon before, and it looks just unbelievable. The nighttime shots especially are just so gorgeous looking. But that's the secret I've got.
Okay, so we'll keep a lookout for it. Thank you so much, Nick.
Thank you so much for having me. Hey guys, I'm Nick Wolfhard, and I play Jack Sullivan on The Last Kids on Earth. Make sure to check it out on Netflix exclusively September 17th. It's going to be a lot of fun.